Welcome to AOL. Give people hope. Do you wonder why nobody stays in your company or church for very long? Perhaps there is no much hope for the future. Perhaps they cannot see good things in stock for them in the future. 6 ways to give people hope. Make promises and keep them. Every time you break a promise, you erode people's trust in you. It is very difficult to make people trust you. When people do not trust you, they will not follow you. The whole of Jesus' ministry was centered around the promise for the future. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. John 14:2-3. Jesus' disciples were made to believe that there were good things in store for them in the future. They knew that Jesus would keep his promise, so they had hope. Preach the Word of God. The Word of God is full of hope. Anyone who preaches the Word of God will not minister discouragement, disappointment, and delusionment. Speak more about rewards than punishment. The disciples had hope. They had hope in the glory and the reward of heaven. This was a great source of motivation to them. You must understand that Jesus' disciples were so highly motivated that they had left their secular jobs for the ministry. They eventually died for their beliefs. Show positive examples that inspires hope. In your business or church, you must accept the fact that people need to be motivated. The key to having motivated people is hope for the future. That is why Jesus often spoke of heaven and the rewards that await his faithful servant. If you want to inspire pilots, for instance, show them how many pilots have successfully flown for years and eventually retired. That is a sort of example that will give hope. If you want to inspire pastors, show them examples of ministers that have made it in the ministry. Avoid speaking about examples that brings about discouragement and depression. If people see how badly others have fared, they will be discouraged. They will say to themselves, "This is how I will end up one day." If you are an airplane pilot, there is no point in discussing all the terrifying air crashes in aviation history. Build permanent structures. People have more hope in permanent things. It is natural to gravitate towards something that is more permanent. Every pastor who puts up a building inspires hope in his congregation.